So you've spent your entire career saving for retirement, doing everything by the book. But what if I told you a single, incredibly common decision could accidentally cost you and your spouse hundreds of thousands of dollars? Let's get right into one of the biggest and most overlooked financial mistakes couples make with Social Security.
We're talking about a potential loss that can easily top $300,000 over your retirement. And look, this has nothing to do with stock market swings or picking the wrong funds. It's about a fundamental and really expensive misunderstanding of how Social Security actually works when you're married.
So the big question is, right? How on earth can one little timing decision snowball into such a massive financial loss? Well, it all boils down to a trap that so many people fall into without ever even seeing the numbers behind it.
To really wrap our heads around this problem, we've got to start by tearing down a very common and, as it turns out, very costly assumption about how these benefits are calculated.
Okay, so here's the disconnect. Most of us think, I've got my work history, my spouse is theirs, so we get two totally separate payments. Simple enough. But the reality for married couples is your benefits are deeply, deeply linked. One spouse's choice to claim early doesn't just shrink their own check, it can permanently slash the spousal benefit and, this is the big one, the survivor benefit for the other person.
And this whole interconnected system creates a very specific problem. A problem we can actually put a name to. We're going to call it the linked benefits trap.
So, the linked benefits trap is what happens when a couple makes their claiming decisions as if they're two single people. They're just focused on their own individual checks. By completely ignoring those powerful spousal and survivor links, they unknowingly walk away from a huge amount of potential lifetime income. They just leave it on the table.
And here's the fundamental rule that makes this whole thing tick. The spousal benefit can be worth up to 50% of the higher earner's benefit at their full retirement age. That is a massive financial lever you can pull, but its value is totally dependent on the timing of that higher earner's claim.
All right, enough theory. Let's put some real hard numbers to this so we can see the actual financial damage. This is where that six-figure mistake really snaps into focus.
So let's meet our couple, John and Jane. And let's be super precise with the numbers here. John's the higher earner, and his benefit at full retirement age is $2,800 a month. Jane's is $1,800. So if they both just wait until their full retirement age, their combined household income is $4,600 a month, okay? Remember that number, $4,600. That's the baseline.
Now, this slide lays out the two paths. It's stark. Look at scenario 1 on the left. They both get impatient and claim early at 62. Their combined monthly income plummets to just $3,150. And maybe even worse, their survivor benefit gets locked in at a measly $2,100. But now, look at scenario 2. This is the coordinated plan. John delays until age 70 to completely max out his benefit. That pushes their joint income way up to $5,400 a month. And most importantly, it locks in a survivor benefit of $3,900 for whoever lives longer. That's a huge difference.
So what's the bottom line here? What's the total financial difference between these two choices? Over just a 15-year joint retirement, that uncoordinated, early claiming decision cost John and Jane $270,000 in lifetime income. I mean, that's a life-altering amount of money to just give up because of bad timing. Okay, the good news is avoiding this trap isn't some complex financial engineering. It really just comes down to having a coordinated plan. So let's walk through the 5 simple steps to get this right.
Here it is, your 5-step playbook. Step 1, simple. Get your Social Security statements out and figure out who the higher earner is. Step 2, do the math on the potential spousal benefit. That's 50% of the higher earner's full benefit amount. Step 3, you've got to model the scenarios. See what the numbers look like if you both claim early, both delay, or try a hybrid strategy. Step 4, and honestly, this is the most critical one, you must prioritize that survivor benefit. That means having the higher earner delay their claim for as long as they can, ideally to age 70. And finally, Step 5, lock in your coordinated plan as you get close to retirement.
So if there's only one thing you remember from all of this, let it be this one core idea for maximizing your retirement income as a couple. Here it is, the key takeaway. For couples, coordination is always more important than individual optimization. You have to stop thinking about this as two separate pots of money. The goal is not for each person to get their own best possible check.
The goal, the only goal, is to maximize the total combined income for your household over your entire lifetime.
And that really just leaves us with one final question for you to think about. Looking at your own numbers, in your own situation, what's your potential spousal boost? Running that simple calculation, well, that's the very first step to making sure you don't make this six-figure mistake.